It's Brett. So it's Friday night. That's the fifth day of the classic sequence in the final day. I'm going to start with reverse dog. Reverse dog. I'm going to twist my wrists externally or laterally. And this right here is a pretty good start if you're getting into this for the first time. You might slowly over time pull back, pull back, pull back. Sometimes I actually go all the way into full reverse dog, but I think right here I'm going to start right here. That's pretty good. Alexa, 3-minute timer. So in the science of stretching, I shouldn't have done that so quickly. In science of stretching, we strive for a uh, between 2 and 5 minutes. So the 2 minutes, that's the minimum, and that's at the point where you've sufficiently calmed your nervous system and things can start to relax and release. 5 minutes is on the upper end, and that is beyond that. It's probably in terms of law of diminishing returns. You've got the 80% of the bang for the buck, and to get much more, you're gonna have to stay in it much longer. Now, the place where I would do that is if I'm doing deep hip stuff, like I'm working on side splits or box splits, or actually any hip stuff really, because the hips are deep. And honestly, for me, I had something like 25 years of 40 weeks of air travel and a lot of the international, and so I got really good at scrunching my body up and keeping my hips in tight and crossing my arms, or rather using the sleeves of my jacket so I could just sort of stay in the seat and not touch anybody. Didn't matter if it was a middle seat. So I got really good at travel, but I also got really good at tightening my body. And I've been slowly reversing that. And it's actually getting noticeably better. I've been figuring out some modifications to some of these stretches to do that. That's you're not helping me at all. So this one's only 3 minutes because it's so targeted and so leveraged. When you're dealing with either more or bigger muscles, or if you're doing complex or compound, I should say, compound stretches where maybe you've got one leg in flexion and one leg in extension, like in Blaster on Tuesday nights. Um, Maybe those are longer, but this one you don't want to. I mean, 3 minutes is more than enough. I want to do see if I can stand up on it. Let's see if I have room. Alexa, stop. Well, really, really, really slow. Now, for me, that means is I first get my body parallel with my arms or up to my arms, and then very slowly lift. And I don't let my wrists go all the way in the right away. Now, if you're younger, you can probably do this a lot more quickly than I can, but I'm old enough that I got to come back really slow because I can pull a muscle pretty easily. Okay, good. Now, in the classic order, the next thing would be twister, but I want to do pins and needles first. I'm going to do this diagonally, or I guess I'm going to turn to the side. So I'll do this. One thing that I often do is my knees slide forward and it starts to stretch my shins a bit more than is comfortable. So I do something to stop my knees from going too far forward. Okay, get those toes curled under. If you're trying to work your way into no rise or no, I guess, flat shoes, this is a good stretch for that. Okay. So one of these is the pins, and the other one is the needles. Alexa, 5 minute timer. Yeah, it's not great, but it'll be good enough. Now, for you Tai Chi folk, I'm mildly pushing down my sacrum and I'm pushing my fontanelle up. So I'm kind of working on the second bow just for a second. I'm not going to hold that. I'm just sort of extending my body a little bit and then relaxing into that a bit. I'm doing full Tai Chi breathing or just deep belly breathing. So I'm breathing into my belly, which allows the vagus nerve to be stimulated as I allow my belly to fully extend. The Buddha is happy because the Buddha is stimulating his vagus nerve, which means he's down regulating his sympathetic nervous system and up regulating his parasympathetic nervous system. So the body breathe and let the chest expand and then relax everything down. On Wednesday night, cliffhanger, where you put your hands up on the wall. And I noticed when I did it Wednesday night, my right hand was really low, but that's really good for stretching the part of the body that really expands when you're taking a big breath. So I'm going to go ahead and take a big breath right now. Now, if I do that too much, I'm going to put myself to sleep. So I'm going to calm that breathing down just to more coherent breathing. So more like 4 or 5 breaths a minute. Kind of loosen the hands there. Alexa, stop. Oof. Ah, wow. Okay. Come off the toes pretty slowly here. Yikes, I'm sure I'm off the camera there. Okay, now for me, I don't let my toes go straight. I have to let them just sort of sit there for a moment, curl them a little bit. Mm, almost feels like that toe's dislocated often after doing that. But once I get him back down, there we go. Now everything's fine. All right, Kitty, you're gonna have to move, buddy, because I need to be like this or this way. I can do that, but you're still be in the way. So I have to ask you to move, buddy. You can come back though. Okay, I'm gonna pick you up. Yeah, I know you don't come here. Come on, come. Just over here. Here. There you go. All right, plaster. Not plaster. What's this? This is Twister. Oops. Still going? There we go. Actually, I'm gonna put this on my stomach since this is in a mode that stimulates the vagus nerve. I could put it on the stomach just as well as on the neck. Okay. Gonna take my right leg and put it over my left. At some point, I might double back in. That took several years to be able to do, and it doesn't matter at all. But I'm gonna do it because I can. Can't help. Pardon me, Chesh. Okay. Okay. Yikes! Right there. Alexa, 5 minute timer. There you go. This is a huge stretch on the lower back. So if you do this for 5 minutes, really, really come out of it slow. This is also a deep spine twist. And I like taking big, big, big breaths and trying to stretch my spine when I'm twisted in this direction. And then when I do this on the other side, this is an asymmetrical pose. So I'll be doing it for another 5 minutes on the other side. On my right arm, I'm getting a nice stretch right on the muscle belly. I just deepen the spine stretch by twisting my head to the right. Careful if you do this, very careful. But I do a lot of spine twisting stuff when I practice Bagua, and also some Qigong does the same thing. So I twist my spine a lot, but I still got to be careful. Good bunch right there. I'm going to bring this back in. Hey, come here. There we go. I can do that. There we go. Good. Get there, just right there. That's a little bit there. Yeah, I can do that. Alexa, stop. Well, hello, Penny. How you doing, sweet pea? Hi. Okay, now I've got to be careful getting out of this pose. So first of all, I'm going to uncross my legs. That's the first thing. I'll let my left leg just get away from my right leg. And then I'm going to slide my right leg down, my left leg. And I'm not going to start twisting back until I have my right foot on the ground. And then I slowly rotate over. Now, this seems crazy, I know, but if you actually get really deep into this, you'll notice a huge difference between, in this case, the right and the left. My my right lower back feels like it's arched, like there's space, and my left is, so one side is very stretched, the other side is not. Okay, so I'm going to show the same pose, but I'm going to reverse. You need to go outside? Is that what you're telling me? Do you need to go outside, honey? But I'll do the stretch and then we'll see. Yeah, come here. Come here. Hello. Okay, now let's see. Okay, so now the left. Oops, a little bit too far up. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Ah, the challenge. Science is stretching with puppy and cat. All right, left over right. Okay, Penny, you gonna help me here? And I'm gonna twist this way. This side is my rogue side. Oh wow, that's really hang on, I can try that again. Let's see if I can get that a little bit deeper. Oops. There we go. Yeah, that's better. That's much better. Okay, here we go. Alexa, 5 minute timer. Where'd you go, Petty? You must have left. Hmm. Mm. I don't remember exactly what it was, but somewhere in the Lucas Rockwood podcast, probably, be somewhere episode 400 to 500 ish. I'm not exactly certain. Someone talked about the fact that there are some kind of spindles or sensors in the spine that detect twisting, and there's something particularly good about twisting your spine. And I know nobody's listening to this, but if you happen to listen to this and you would tell me, I would very much appreciate it. Tell me more. Oh, maybe I'll try that with an AI engine. So what Perplexity has to say about that. Alexa, stop. Okay, let's see. Untwist the legs. I'm gonna put the left leg over the right and set the foot down, and then get my back flat slowly, slowly, slowly. Okay. Now I like to wash her legs back and forth. Oh, sorry, Chesh. Now that ends the classic sequence. Trying to decide if I'm going to do anything else. That's pretty good right there. That puts the stretch a little bit higher on the back. Okay, well, I suppose I should call it. I wonder. Excuse me for a second. Nope, I'm not there yet. Not there yet. Getting a bit closer, but I haven't actually been working on bridge, but I do want to get to the point where I can get back to doing bridge. All right.